Hey guys, so it's Saturday, kind of afternoon. I was like putzing around. I still haven't even uploaded the vlog that's supposed to go up today, and I'm gonna put up a matte eyeshadow palettes video. I've just been like, I woke up and I was like, I laid outside for a little bit. I had some coffee. I checked on my brushes because I washed them last night. And then I don't know what I was doing. I was just like, I kind of made my bed. You know, like you walk around in those mornings, you're like, I don't really know what's going on. So I finally changed. Well, I guess I'll just wear this today. I'm gonna be home anyway. But anyway, I wanted to share my makeup with you guys. I guess we'll start from the top. Should we start from the top? We should do the base. The foundation is just the Makeup Forever Face and Body. All right, guys, explain to me what's going on. So when I was at Sephora and I talked to the Makeup Forever rep, she said the new Water Blend foundation is the same thing as the Face and Body with new bottles, new shades. But now I've seen like Kathleen Light's not review it, but she talked about it, said she had tried both and that she likes the old one, like the Face and Body, better. And then Goss had done it too, and he said that he loves the new Water Blend foundation. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, as long as something like this still exists, I'll be happy. And I was at the Chanel counter yesterday or 2 days ago. Was it? No. Yeah, Thursday. And I was trying out the Vitalumiere Aqua. I might get that. I kind of like it. For those of you guys who like these kinds of foundations, like the MAC Face and Body, this one, the Chanel, let me know. There's so many birds out. And the cicadas this season. I hope it's not too distracting. You know, maybe I'll shut the door. Well, let me show you how beautiful it is outside though. Isn't it gorgeous outside? Oh, I'm so obsessed. It's like beautiful, beautiful. But I'm gonna shut the door so you guys can hear me better. Is that better? I hope so. I kept hearing you. It was so loud. But when you're like laying outside in your backyard and you just hear birds and you look up and it's just like leaves and the sky is like perfectly blue. It's like, I get that I'm not at a beach and I don't live where I can like look outside and see palm trees, but like, this is pretty good. It's like really, really nice. Anyway. And I applied the Face and Body with the By Terry buffer brush, and the powder I use the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush just in the T-zone. And then for the rest of the face, I think I used some other powder brush. Don't know what it is. I then put the Bourjois Matte Illusion bronzing powder in light all over the face. And before I did that, I went in with the Smashbox contour pencil, just like right here and right here. And then for the face concealer, it's the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and under eyes is the Giorgio Armani Maestro Eraser. Yeah, we need some help. I feel like from far away they have like really deep kind of like shadows, but when I get closer it's not so bad. As the eye base, I use the By Terry Ombre Black Star in Bronze Moon. And then I use the Modern Renaissance by the Anastasia. I pretty much have Antique Bronze on the lid, on the lower lash line. I have Red Ochre on the lower lash line and in the crease. And then I have Burnt Orange? And like these two kind of combined for the transition shade. And then I have Tempera in the brow bone highlight. I just love this so much. I feel, for me personally, it's very difficult for me to find a palette that I like using for like the whole eye look, and this is like so awesome. For highlight, ooh, I don't know, sounded like a struggle there. The Pure Cosmetics, I've mentioned this trio before in like a couple vlogs maybe, but this is what it looks like. There we go. And I just have the highlight on, and then there's like, you know, this peachy color and this bronze shade. This is called Sun-Kissed Glow. They have a lighter, cooler tone version, slightly, or maybe it's more neutral, that I'm definitely gonna pick up because the formula on this is so good. They're creams, but then they set as a powder and they just look so beautiful. So there, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. So from here, you've got the highlight. This is like the blush shade that's still very light, and then the bronze. They're gorgeous. I think when I talked about this before, I said if you like the Living Luminizer from RMS Beauty and it's too like oily for you because it has coconut oil, something like this is fantastic. For the brows, I started off with Anastasia, the Brow Wiz in Ebony, and then I went through and brushed the Hard Candy Brow Ink in Light Medium, and then I finished it with granite, and I feel like this process for me, I mean, you could obviously use like the same color pencil. I just kind of go in with ebony. It's like slightly warmer, and granite is just cool enough. It gives me a very natural looking brow. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look super filled in, and for on the daily, it looks fantastic. I don't know if like if I were filming like a beauty video, if I would necessarily wear it like this, but for right now, like every day, I think it looks really soft and really pretty. There's just like this feeling, it's like, I don't know, it's like I love vlogging, but when I'm doing beauty videos, sometimes I feel like I have to look like as perfect as possible, and it's like kind of stressful. You know what I mean? Anyway, so, but this is like the brow combination. I did pick up the Wonder Brow, and I really do like that. It really doesn't budge, and it looks really like done, but it doesn't budge. So I'm playing with the formula. I've tried using it with the brush it comes with and using a spoolie. I've tried using an angled brush. I'm trying to figure out how I like it the best before I like share it with you guys. And then the lip today, I really like it. It's really natural looking. So what I have is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Button, and I used it to line the lips. And then I used it and I put it all over my finger and like tapped it in, kind of like you would like a lip balmer or like just any kind of lipstick. And then on top of it, I just put the MAC My Flip Side Patent Polish. So that's basically the lip combination today. I've been using a lot of the ColourPop Lippy pencils a lot more lately because I just the staying power in them is so good. So today's plans are to get the 2 videos up like right after I'm done filming this, and guys, I think I'm kind of like, I don't know what week we're on. Are we on like almost 3 months of like dating? I'm like tired now. Like, I don't know how people do this. I guess you have to take a break from it, because I think, I mean, okay, maybe I've been dating for like a couple years, but like, it's just, I think that 2 people is probably the maximum amount that is like done like normally, like that you can actually get to know people and have your mind or feelings in the right place. You know what I mean? Even then it's hard, but like once you start getting like a lot of people in the mix, it gets really like, I feel like you don't know what you're doing. Granted, they all might serve a different purpose, obviously, and they might come in and they tell you what they want. Actually, you know what I have found over time that I really appreciate is guys that just say they are here for sex, or they're, you know what I mean? Because I mean, there's a lot of people's profiles that say like they're here for fun or they're here looking for friends or whatever. So obviously they're just looking for sex, which is great. Be honest about it. I never swipe right on those people, just because I don't know why. If like, let's say I want that, but I'm just like, no, it's not me. However, like sometimes once you match with someone and then you realize that's what they're looking for, or they tell you, when they tell you, that's awesome. Because here's the thing, now I don't have to think about you, I don't have to think about your feelings, I don't have to think about me, I don't think about my feelings. Like, you are a non-issue. Like, we can talk, but it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like refreshing when you meet those kinds of people. I know okay, it's like almost playing devil's advocate here, but I would prefer the guy that's like, I am just here for sex, than the one that's like kind of pretending, not pretending, let's let go full out, because I feel like obviously from like a female perspective you're gonna get like a little bit of male bashing, but I prefer the guy who's like, I'm just here for sex, over the guy that's like kind of pretending to like you, not necessarily pretending, maybe they really do like you, but they're not trying to like do anything or create anything serious with you, which is also fine. But it's just difficult because there's the guy that just wants sex, and then there's the guy that wants sex plus like that kind of girlfriend experience or like girlfriend situation. I was looking up this, not looking it up, I feel like I was on, was it like a BuzzFeed thing, and they're talking about something called a situationship, and it was like you're like their go-to person for like a family event, or if there's like a wedding, or like you go hang out with his friends, and like you're not his girlfriend, but all the actions are. There's just like no title or label, which clearly, I mean, everyone hates labels nowadays, but I feel like you just need to get out before it becomes something that you can't handle. And I feel like I'm rambling. I just have a lot going on lately, and I'm just like, I'm not really sure what if I'm like making the right decisions, but I feel like I need more eyeshadow on my lower lash line. I know, right? I'm like trying to have a conversation about something else, but that's the only thing I see right now. I'm like, I need more eyeshadow on the lower lash line. Or could you, the sun is out, like it is like 1 o'clock or something maybe. Yeah, it's like really bright out right now. And I'm also looking salmon colored. But yeah, a situationship. And I was talking to my friend about it like maybe last year when we were like having this discussion. We're like, yeah, it's so weird. But like guys, they like this like idea or like the actions of having a girlfriend, but they don't actually want a girlfriend. And I'm sorry, there are people who are getting up there like 40s, 50s, and they're single still, but they're still doing this like rotation of just like seeing random women. And then like, of course there's always gonna be some, okay, I don't want to call these women idiots, but some idiot that's like down for this dude, and it's like he's just there, like and then obviously their options become less and less. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just like thinking of things. I've just had this like resurgence of like, I'm not really sure what people are coming at me for anymore. So I also think it's important to define it. Like I have no problem saying what I think about a person in terms of what I want with this person. You know what I mean? Like I feel like guys are really afraid of that question, and I don't care. I ask it because I can't deal with people who don't know what they want anymore. Like I'm not here to like, you know, I'm not a parking spot. So a little mini grocery haul. This is, well, I went to Mark, so like not groceries here, but like it's like a tiny little like broom, and do you call this pan set? These things are really great if you guys shed. Like if you're like me and your hair sheds everywhere. Also like my hair is black, so it's like so obvious. So if you have carpet, this is like really good for collecting hair. Or like if you have pets that shed, I think it's really good for picking up hair from the carpet, or even from your couch if your couch is fabric. Salted plantain chips, veggie chips. This is the popcorn I think I talked to you guys about before. So the salted caramel popcorn is from Cape Cod, and it's one of those like 40 calorie per cup ones. This is really good. Chicken thighs. I already had one for lunch along with an avocado and 2 hard-boiled eggs. Let's see, cheese, Mexican blend, mild cheddar, mozzarella. I just got it either just to eat or I guess to add to like omelets or something. And this was a good buy. These are like those like felt hangers. These were 10 for $1.99. Is that gonna focus? So I mean, it's a really good price, I think. So I got 4 of those. Or actually they only had 4 black ones, so that's what I did there. Okay, today is Wednesday. I didn't really vlog that much this weekend, I don't think. Okay, I don't know why my sunglasses are on. Okay, so today we are going to explore. Whenever I say we, I usually mean me and Tracy. Like we are going to find a place to go to today. What am I looking for? Lip color. So what do I want to share with you guys? I got the La Prairie powder in, the one from Groupon. It is totally legit. So luxe. You get like 66 grams of product, and on Groupon it was only $59.99, right? Loved it so much. Picked up another one. There was a coupon code for Groupon, so I got it for 10% off, which is awesome. And then I also picked up the lightest shade, because this, not that I don't think the second shade, there's translucent 1 and translucent 2. 2 I think is the more like normal one, like not normal, but the one that most people are picking up. Like it's the more like one size or one color suits all kind of shade. I love it so much. It is like completely undetectable. Like I thought the La Mer is still pretty undetectable, but the La Prairie is like a whole other, it's beautiful. So now we're gonna put our lip on. Do I want to do it there, or do I want to do it here? Probably here. Should I talk to you guys while I do it? I felt like in the last vlog my camera was at like the most unattractive angle possible, so I'm gonna try and like be cuter. Is that better? Further away? Because I felt like the other I was like this the whole time, and like my arm was like twice the size. Anyway, today we're gonna go to Crocker Park because we've realized neither of us really drink that much, and neither of us and we're both more into food. So rather, something like happy hour would never appeal to us, because cheap drinks and cheaper food isn't necessarily a good thing. So Crocker Park, we're gonna go to Yard House because I love Yard House. Whenever I try to go with my family, it's always packed and they don't take reservations. So I've been there 3 times. And I've never been disappointed. I've loved it every time. Okay, so what did we put on? We put MAC Strip Down, and then this is the Givenchy Noir Revelateur. I could butcher that one. Probably should put this on first. This is Lipstick Queen Deafening Silence. Those matte shades. Yeah, probably should put that on first. Oh well. But I picked up another one of these, an Honest Politician. I still like this shade better. I want them to come out with more like orangey, or okay, maybe not orangey. Not everyone likes orange, but like a more peachier, warm shade. So what are we gonna do, Cracker Perp? I'm gonna go to the MAC store because Tracy's never been matched for like her MAC shade. I feel like even if you don't like MAC products or wear MAC products, you need to know your MAC shade because it really makes finding your other foundation shades 10 times easier. Do you guys like my top? I wish you could see it. It has like fringe. It's super cute. I don't know why I'm talking so fast because I feel like I'm running late. And we're gonna go to so MAC, we'll have some back to MAC, so we'll see like if I get like a lipstick or something. And what else can I share with you guys? Eczema. I know we haven't talked about that in a while. It is still happening, but nowhere near the level that it was taking place, like to which I was suffering before. Like right now my neck is still really irritated. I think I was out with Tracy a couple weeks ago or last week and she was like, ooh, what's up with your neck? You know, thinking, no, it's not hickey, sweetheart, that is eczema. So all of next week our company is shutting down. My siblings are coming in. My brother is in Virginia, he's gonna bring his wife. My sister's in Seattle, she's coming in. I'm already here, and then the youngest one is coming in from Columbus. So we try to do a family thing every year. We shut down twice. I think I mentioned it before, in July and December. So we're gonna try, and this is a really ugly angle. Have I been sitting really unattractively? I'm sorry. So that'll be fun. We might, or not we might, we are going to go to Toronto for a couple days. But this year, I'm actually gonna get to see fireworks. I haven't seen fireworks in at least 10 years or something ridiculous like that. I love fireworks. For someone who loves fireworks as much as I do, to not see them ever sucks because I'm either out of the country or when to on these family trips. July 4th is typically when we travel, so I never get to see them. So I'm really, really excited to actually go and see fireworks. I am so excited. Okay. It's Friday morning and I woke up extra early today explicitly to vlog a little bit because I vlogged throughout the week a little bit and on the weekend, but I don't feel like there was enough. I can't tell. I actually haven't reviewed any of the footage, but I dyed my hair last night. That's why it looks like slightly puffy. I don't know, puffy. You know how like your hair expands a little when you dye it? Obviously we only always dye just like maybe like the first 2/3 tops of the hair. Anyway, some things I want to share with you for sure. I might have already mentioned it like in the car while talking to you guys, but the La Mer powder, I picked up a backup in the last vlog. I've returned that because I got the La Prairie powder off of Groupon that I told you guys about. I don't know if it's still there. If it's still there, I'll link it because it's $60, which is so much cheaper than 100. So what you get is 65 grams. I believe the La Mer you get 25. So you get a big container of it, which is awesome. And then, I'm so sorry, like I feel like it looks really bright, but it's not. It's actually so dark right outside right now because it's been raining and it's cloudy. I'm literally positioning the camera like right in front of the sliver of window where there is light coming in. So La Prairie, really nice container. You have a little spatula, which is super cute. You get a puff, which obviously I've just been using the way I usually use my powder, which is taking a brush and like buffing it into the puff and then putting it on my face. And then there's an area that you can lift up where you can use the spatula and scoop out powder. And then there's another area where there's like a sifter. So like a lot of thought went into the packaging of this, which I love. So you have 55 grams in here. They give you another baby one. Hello, so awesome. Same kind of like luxe packaging, and there's 10 grams in here, so you can take this for travel, you can put it in your purse, whatever. This, I haven't looked at the opener yet. I haven't seen how it goes. This is a twist, I think, so you can twist it. Yeah, so it's an open close twister kind of thing. I loved it so much. I picked up another one, again, off of Groupon, but this time when I had bought it this week, there was like a promo code, so I got 10% off, so I got it for $54 instead of $60, which was awesome. And then I decided to go a little rogue and pick up another shade. This is shade 2. They have shade 1, which is just slightly lighter, but I don't know that that one is being fulfilled by Groupon, that order, so there were no reviews. It could go either way. I really don't know. And the lighter shade was $54 or something, $54.99 with like 10% off of that too. So I'm good on La Prairie powder for a while, but it is just, I know like on the camera it always looks the same kind of, but in person and in application, like I don't know how to explain. I feel like the La Prairie powder is even more finely milled than the La Mer. And then the La Mer has very, 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 very slight like glimmer glitter, which I feel like most people won't see, but people who notice that kind of thing will see it. So that's the only difference. I'm still gonna finish off the La Mer powder I have. I returned the other one because I figured they're gonna come out with something new at some point. I wonder what kind of concealer they're gonna come out with though, because the concealer is so amazing. Okay, so the La Mer powder's conversation is done. What else did I pick up? Oh, from Groupon, I got this Tarina Tarantino Eye Dream Hyperliner. I love the one in Tommy Jet. That's like my favorite. So I've never had this shade before. It's the shade in Locket Book, and it's like a brown. So, but I think it might have some, maybe it does have teensy tiny bit of like glitter. So there's that shade. I just think the Tarina Tarantino eyeliners are extremely smooth. I don't know if they're like the most long wearing, but they're the smoothest, glidiest, creamiest ones. At least, I mean, there's a lot of good ones. Oh, let's talk about some fails. Okay, so I had $60 in gift cards to Sephora. And so I was like, oh, what do I want to pick up? So I saw this on Instagram. It's the Laura Mercier Art Caviar Color Inspired palette, and I generally love the artist palettes. The one I have I really like. Maybe I'll go get it so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I keep hearing noises, kind of creepy. Okay, so this is the one I have. The one I have is called the Sleek and Chic Eye Color Palette, and Laura Mercier releases these I think once a year maybe. I really love this one. It has like bronzes, purples, reddened like purples, and then a really great like kind of transition and like eyebrow highlights. This one I thought I would really like because it's like kind of brown and rose gold, but there's like no pigmentation. And why are there like two shades that are like so similar? Everything in here literally comes out, blends together into the same shade, and they're pretty. Like the shades are all pretty, but the pigment is just kind of, maybe it's showing up. Okay, so this shade is really good, but the rest of these, when you put them on the lid or even when you swatch them, they just like kind of look all like the same color, even though in the pan they look more distinct. So annoying, guys. So this is going back, and even though I had like a gift card, I know, okay, so I got this is like is it $55 or $65 or something ridiculous, which is fine if it was good with a gift card, but I did not like this. So this is going back. And then this is something I've had my eye on for a really long time. It's by Troy Surratt, and it's the Prismatique Eyes in Neutral Eyes. So on top, first of all, for the cost of this, I think it's like $42. I got both of these for around $40, which I thought was pretty good, but they're both going back. You get a cream, which is nice. The packaging should be so much more luxe for the price of this. It's like cheapy plastic. And then you rotate this around. Oh, hold on, I fucked this up before. So then you twist the thing towards you, and underneath there's like a shimmery product, and when I twisted it, I accidentally dug my nail in. It's just not very user-friendly, guys. So there's the brown cream, and there's like a shimmery shadow, and it's pretty. And now let me put the shimmer on top so you can see. Okay, and there it is with the shimmer. It's gorgeous. However, it's not worth the price, and I would rather just buy like a Tom Ford quad and have use one of his like shimmery glittery colors over something like this. So these are both going back, which is really disappointing, but whatever. Two things. Okay, so Wednesday, Tracy and I went out. We went to Yard House for food, and then we stopped by MAC because she's never been matched, so for her shade. And oh my god, well, do we even want to talk about the MAC experience? the girl we were dealing with was a little bipolar, whatever. And I know people are always talking about like their bad MAC experiences. I personally haven't really had any bad ones, but when I went in with her, it was just a little odd. Like when we first went in, they were a little busy, and then one of the girls was like, she walked towards me, like not towards me on purpose, but like I think we were just, you know, crossing paths, and she's just like, oh hey, oh I like your shirt. I'm like, thank you, you know, can we get some help? And she's like, yeah, in a bit. But she wasn't even making eyes, she was like looking in a different direction when she was talking, like to me, like. So I was like, I go up to Tracy and I'm like, did you see her response? And she was like, yeah. So then Tracy's getting her makeup done and getting matched and all this other stuff, and she wanted a brush, an eyeliner, and like the Bright Forecast, which is really nice, which I might pick up eventually once I kind of go through some of the other correctors I have, and a foundation. Or she didn't want a foundation, but she ended up putting the foundation in her bag and paying for it and everything. And then we realized it before we got out of the store, so we went back and we returned it, and there was a bit of attitude. Like, I thought that's what you came in for. And it was like, no, we came in to get matched. We didn't come in to buy a foundation. Sorry, but you know how it is. It's like, it just depends. And I feel like they were really busy that day, and she hadn't peed in like hours, so she was like telling us about that. But still, like, MAC girls don't make commission, do they? I don't know. I feel like people complain about MAC, like, people all the time, but I hadn't really had a bad experience in walking into any MAC store or dealing with a counter until I went in with her. So I guess they must exist, the, like, you know, moody MAC people, but that was my first experience. Anyway, I backed to MAC some stuff, and I picked up soft brown. So there's soft brown. It was between soft brown and saddle just seemed pretty, but a little darker and a slightly cooler, and I was going to be using it for the crease anyway, so I wanted to get something lighter because, you know, once you pop something in the crease, it gets a little darker anyway. Because I love using Bobbi Brown Camel, but that's like really warm and really yellow, so I wanted something a little more subdued, and you would think I'd have something in my collection that's like softer, but I don't. And I like that this one's kind of more hard pressed because you don't want to pick up a lot of product. When I'm doing anything in the crease, I don't want the color to be super pigmented, okay? Like, I want it to like be buildable, so I can kind of gauge how I want it. Especially like, you know, when you're done doing your eye makeup, you tend to go in and kind of like touch up things. So I want to be able to like touch up the crease without it being overboard. So this I've been loving. Another thing that was there, I think this is the Brothers or Brandt Brothers collection. This is the Eye Kohl and Paragon. It's so pretty. I bought it because I wanted to like, it's an eye pencil obviously, but like I think it looks really good like right here. Doesn't it look so pretty? Anyway, so there's the shade. It looks really pretty, I mean, in the waterline too, obviously. I also like it because I can rub my finger into it and like pat it in where I want, so it's not super intense. I feel like this is such unattractive lighting right now. Like, I look super highlighted, and I really don't think I am. Okay, so 2 purchases. I had already mentioned these, I think. I had a $20 Nordstrom note, and these 2 things had caught my eye. This I saw at a Chanel counter and became enamored. I think I talked to you guys about it, how like I'd seen it on Instagram, and then Tim Talia reviewed, and I was like, whatever. But then I saw it in person, I was like, oh my god, I want it. So this is what it is. It's the Chanel Desert Quad for summer. It's so crazy beautiful. I'll link Tim Talia's review below. I want to swatch this, but I also want to take a picture, so I'm not going to swatch it for you guys. Let's see. I always say I'm going to like take a picture. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but this is awesome. It's my first Chanel quad. I've just never, here's the thing. Even though Saks does 20% off of makeup a lot, Chanel's not included, so I never can, not never can, I just don't. I choose to not pick anything up, but I had, you know, some discount with Nordstrom. And then I picked up this one, the YSL Couture palette from the Scandal collection. And looking at the other websites, oh, sorry. Oh, legs fell asleep. Okay, we're gonna drop this camera a little because we are definitely lower now. Okay. Oh, okay. Check out this packaging. How beautiful. And you're like, oh, she didn't get a neutral quad, but like, look how pretty these colors are. Like, when I do color, these are the colors I like a greenish teal, a magenta that you can throw in the crease or use as like a liner, a nice khaki, you have a gold, and then this is like a super shimmery something really peachy color. So again, we're gonna have to wait for pictures on Instagram with this one. But I have high hopes for these. I feel like I'm really gonna like these. The Chanel I'd already swatched, so I know I'm gonna like it, but we'll see. Okay, so what else can I share with you guys? I went to TJ Maxx and I got these really pretty glasses. They're by Global Market. That's like the packaging of them. How cute is that? And then this is what the glasses look like up close. Aren't they beautiful? You have like a lotus motif design. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, but they're really pretty. I also grabbed eyebrow razors. I tend to use these to shave my face, so they're usually $3.99. I got the only one that was $3, so I want to share that with you. And then makeup today. I feel like the makeup isn't very showing up that well today, but I'm gonna try real hard. It's a really, really, really simple look. So for a foundation, because I hate buying foundation for summer. I like don't want to buy a summer shade because I live in a place where summer's about 3 months. It's like not worth it to me. I mean, I guess I could get like a L'Oreal Infallible or something, but I've noticed that my face doesn't really tan anyway. I really put a ton of sunscreen on my face, like more so than my body. So I tend to also avoid the sun more in my face because I just like to blend. Oh my god, long-winded. So I've just been using a whole bunch of concealers lately. This is the Giorgio Armani Maestro Eraser. I used a mixture of 4 and 2.5 all over the face. Those are darker. And then number 3 on the under eyes. Now I tend to use 4 on the under eyes, but if I'm already using these, I needed to counteract. So it goes 2.5, 3, and 4. However, 2.5 is the darkest out of all of them, and it has like a slight more cool tone to it. So I mix the 4 in because the 4 is very yellow. And 2.5 is usually what I use on my face, like in the winter or something. So these have been really good. This is like my favorite texture. Like I don't know why they don't just make this like a foundation because it's stunning. It has a slight glow to it, very slight. Pinpoint concealing, I have the NARS Creamy Concealer in Ginger. For the eyes, I think I used the By Terre Bronze Moon, and then I went over the, what did I use? I think I used this one, the Paris Nude palette from Vizart, and I used this shade right here. So that's what I have all over the lid and then the lower lash line. The thing about the Vizart palettes, especially these two, the Paris Nude and the Sultry Muse, they look really like light in the pan, but once you swatch them, they're actually quite dark, and not quite dark, but like medium to dark, and they have a lot of dimension to them, which is really great. So I have that on pretty much all over the lid. In the crease, I have MAC Soft Brown. And then I went through with the Too Faced Peanut Butter palette and used Nuts About You, and I have that kind of like on the lower lash line a little bit, blended in with that Vizart shade. Bronzer is the YSL Bronzing Stones in Sunstone. It's very pretty. That's all we have on for bronzer today. And it's up there. I used to sculpt my nose a little bit. For highlight, I have the Sun-Kissed Glow from Pure Cosmetics, and I use the lightest shade. And that's like on the height of the cheekbones, down the nose. Obviously over the top of the lip we have that MAC pencil. And then to set the face, we use the La Prairie all over. Well, actually I just used it in my T-zone, and then I have the Ulta Banana Powder to sculpt out and clean up the area under the bronzer. And eyeliner is the Eye Kohl Visualize. I know this is discontinued, but I mean, I think I have this maybe a backup, so I'm just gonna finish them off because they're really good. And the lashes, which probably aren't so visible, but they're my favorite, and they're the Kiss Sultry Muse. I was just on Bijor.com, which is where I had originally started purchasing Kiss lashes, but now I see them, I guess I've always kind of seen them at Rite Aid, but they're carrying them at Walmart now, like, and I would usually buy the double pack off of Bijor because they were $5.99 for 2, and there was discounts, often like 20% off here, 25% off there. For July 4th, they're doing 30% off, and Kiss has come out with 5 packs. So I think it's 5 for $13.74 with 30% off, which is awesome. So it's under $2 per lash. So I bought like 3 or 4 packages of that because it's like a free shipping minimum of $35, and you can earn points. So you can earn points that you can use towards your next purchase, which is awesome. So I'll link them below. Obviously this vlog will go up before July 4th, so that's good. What else can I share with you guys? Oh, I wanted to share my Nordstrom anniversary sale pics, but maybe we'll just save that for the next vlog. So upcoming, like tonight is what, Friday? My brother's coming in from Virginia with his wife. Tomorrow, the rest of my siblings will be in. So my sister, my other brother should be in by tomorrow. And we're shutting down for a week, the company, so we can have like a huge, like, we do this every year. Usually we go somewhere, but this year everyone has come home, which is kind of nice. And we'll go to Toronto for like a couple days or a few days. There's a nude beach in Toronto. Did you guys know this? My mom found it. And it's funny. I mean, I'm all for it. I don't know how many other people in my family are for it, but we'll see how that goes. We have to keep things interesting. I mean, last time we were in Seattle and we were obviously all having very good edibles and having a really good time, so we have to match it. So nude beach it is. So it'll be nice. What else? I'm tired. I'm like, and I feel like even more tired because I keep seeing myself in the viewfinder and I'm like, why do I look so one-dimensional? It's like there's no light at all, and then there's just this sliver of light right here. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon.